Well, it's not a $100 million campaign. Number
It's not?
one.
Okay.
It could be a lot more than that.
A lot more.
We don't need to assign a number. That's the number
Sure.
one deal. It will be more than $100 million.
Okay.
It's it has 4 prongs. One is facilities. One is planned giving. One is athletic scholarship endowment, and then the other one is the Fearless Champions Leadership Academy.
Okay.
So all those things are all part of the campaign.
Could you go a little more in detail about facilities? Because that's what the fans are asking me all about. Obviously the indoor practice facilities.
It will touch all 17 sports.
Okay.
They will all be affected by it. The cornerstones of the project will be the indoor track and field, the indoor football facility, indoor training facility for football, the south end zone here in Jones AT&T Stadium, and the team facilities, meaning the locker room, sports medicine, all that stuff, at the United Spirit Arena.
Okay.
So those are the cornerstones of the project.
I'm going to ask you to get a little more in depth as far as, because indoor practice facilities have covered all kind. They range in scale big time. What kind of scale are we talking about here? What are y'all looking at? Don't know. Okay.
We won't have any type of architectural plans back until probably mid to late August. So
okay.
A lot of it is up in the air. We're trying to see the space that we have and all those things that we have. Yeah.
All right. Do you have an idea of where it would be right now yet?
In the area where the athletic training facility is right now.
Okay. All right. Can you go into a little more detail about the scholarships too? Like what kind of
looking to grow our scholarship endowment. Right now it costs about $5.5 million is what we spend every year in athletic scholarships, and so we're trying to raise our endowment level to help fully fund the cost of attendance at Texas Tech. So that's a really big key.
I have to ask you about obviously the SMART deal, and as far as I don't know how much you will or can comment about, but as far as the perception with national media and the way things can be portrayed from your perspective, how do you handle it? How does the process go about? Because I know a lot of fans on the site ask me, they said, okay, if you're going to go talk to him, you got to ask him how do y'all handle that? What's the process for y'all as far as, for example, the retraction on OTL when they said they talked to you, just those kind of things. I mean, obviously, first of all, were you surprised that it switched so quickly to where, those fans out in West Texas? Were you or were you not surprised?
Yes and no. Number one, our primary goal in every type of situation like this, and we can label this as a crisis situation, is to find the facts. Yeah. And, people can tweet all the rumors that they want to hear, and that's just something that we can't live in. We have to do our due diligence to find the facts. And some of the issues that I have had with ESPN, specifically outside the lines, is they were not providing factual information. And it was disappointing that they didn't give us the opportunity to go on the show, to speak to them. But, we've handled that the best way that we can. Yeah. But going back to the incident of the situation, I know probably a lot of people wanted instant, reaction from us. But the important thing is you have to get it right. And that's probably the problem that I see, now in this 24-hour news cycle and this instant information in Twitter is a lot of times we get a lot of things wrong. Yeah. And I think the Stuart Scott tweeting incident is a primary example of believing something that you read on Twitter and going with it. And, our reputation as an institution was on the line, and, we wanted, anytime someone throws something out there that's racially motivated, you want to make sure you get that right. Yeah. And, our goal was to interview everyone in the area and do our due diligence to find the truth, because the last thing you want to do is step out in the forefront of the national media and make a claim that you can't support. Yeah. And, it can be frustrating, and it's frustrating just as much on our end, because nobody likes to see us dragged through the mud like we were. But at the same time, it's very important that when you step up to the mic that you have factual information or the most factual information that you can at the time. And, I think our team did a great job of turning that around very, very quickly to get to a point to where I felt like, we were able to step up to the mic with the facts. And again, I think that's just the media age that we live in now. It's, again, people are wanting instant information, and sadly, most of the time it's not correct. And, anytime we do something here, we're gonna go with the facts. Yeah,
I agree with that. By the way, it's more important just to have a voice than it is to be accurate. If you have a national platform, which is, I don't know how it got to be like that, but you sent out Sunday. Y'all sent out the video with the audio. Did you send that? How far ranging was that? Did you send that, for example, like ESPN and other national outlets?
Yeah,
and are you surprised that people aren't running with that as much?
Well, it's got over 460,000 views on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we provided it to ESPN, which they ran that night.
Yeah.
So all of the outlets have it. Again, I think sadly it's the sensationalism of the story. It blew up to be a race issue, and then that wasn't able to proven, so it's really become very sensationalized, and that's the part on our end that's very disappointing. Is sometimes the facts aren't very sexy, and the facts that we presented weren't very sexy to a lot of people, and they wanted it to be a lot sexier than that. So that's unfortunate. Again, there's usually really not much that we can do about that other than we know we're right.